Hello, we are going to be starting lesson 6 of module 4, and this will just be a one-day lesson. Please be certain that you watch Mrs. Chin on the professionally made videos. She will be very helpful. We're moving into a brand new concept of how to make 10 and how to compose 10s. So make sure you watch that video. Then you're going to come back and do the problem application. We'd be best to watch, to watch the video first and then do the problem application, sorry. Don't forget that you need to do a written statement that matches the problem. Then you are going to do the problem set for lesson 6 and doing problems 1 and 2. And make sure, if you need to, you're welcome to use scratch paper. If you want to use the place value chart that she used and your discs, you can do it that way as well. But make sure you feel comfortable about composing a 10 when needed. There are some other questions that are on the back that are word problems. I would like you to solve all of those as well. There's problem 3. Even though it says for early finishers, we do expect that you will do all of these problems because it's rather a short lesson. And then, last but not least, you are going to make sure that your name is on your paper. And you're going to send this. You're going to send this, I think you know where, to your teacher. Very simple problems, and I need you to be sure that you show all your work. And I am going to expect you to use the Compose 10 strategy that Mrs. Chin is going to be teaching you. Whether you draw a picture of it, you need to show me how you are coming up with your sum to these 3 problems. And parents, I'm going to remind you that your student should not be doing the standard algorithm on these 3 problems. They should be using the Compose 10 strategy that Mrs. Chin will be talking about. So I'm going to invite you now to pause the video, and then when you're finished with that, you're going to come back and take a look at how you did on these problems. All right, pause the video. Hey, are you back? So, did you remember to use cubes? I hope you did. And also, read, draw, and write. I don't think that's going away anytime soon. So, Mr. Wally's class collected 36 cans in the recycling program, and then Inez brings in 8 more cans. How many cans does the class have now? So I'm looking at what I can do to set this problem up now that I've circled the numbers. Underline the question, box the keywords. There was no extra information, and then I'm going to be setting the problem up to solve it. So Mr. Wally's class collected 36 cans. This is Mr. W's class right there. And then we had I'm not sure how to say her name. Anyway, we have this little person bringing in 8 more. And if you're trying to find out what the total number of cans is that they have for now. So obviously, because we're going to be looking for a total, we know that we had 36 to begin with, and 8 more were purchased or brought in, and we need to find out the total number of cans that we have. So this would be an addition problem. Hopefully you did it with addition. And there's a couple of ways that you could have done this. You could have said that 36 plus 4, because I broke 8 apart into 4 and 4. 36 plus 4 is 40, and 40 plus 4 more would give you 44, which would be what we were looking for. Or you could have also done it the arrow way, starting with your largest number, 36, adding 4 in takes us up to 40, adding the second 4 takes us up to the next 4, takes us up to 44. The class has 44 cans. If you did good on that one, make sure you give yourself a smiley face, and you should have also written a word statement that explains this problem. Mr. Wally's class has 36 cans. 8 more cans came in. Now the class has 44 cans. Wow, Miss Starr, you're not putting a punctuation on there. Don't forget that you need to do that part of the problem as well. All right, so I am hoping that you have shown your work on each one of these problems, either on this page, which there really wasn't a lot of space, but I do want to show you what I'm talking about when I say show your work. So on this problem right here, we have 25 plus 57. I'm using what Mrs. Chin taught us about composing a 10. I have 25, which is 2 10s and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 1s. You're lining those up just the same way we did at the very beginning of the year in groups of 5. Then we had 5 10s, 1, 2, 3, 4, whoops, wait a second, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5 10s and 7 1s, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And we are supposed to be combining those together. So I've got 5 1s, and I'm looking to see if I can compose a group of 10. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. If I take those 5 and combine it with those 5, I have composed another 10. I'm going to take that group and I have to move it over from, if I was using the discs, of course I would replace those discs and put a new one right here that shows the 10s. These would no longer be counted because they have been exchanged for another 10. And then what I need to do is I need to see how many 10s I have and how many 1s I have. I still have 2 1s left after I made an exchange with those 10 and I composed a new 10. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 10s and 2 1s. This is how you show your work. And I am going to expect to see that, especially on the exit ticket. I'm not going to show it on every one of these problems. You can look over the answers and see if you have them correct. But this is what I'm meaning when I tell you that you need to show your work. And yes, there probably was a lot of writing. Please do not use the standard algorithm on these problems. Okay, coming over to the next page, we have there are 47 blue buttons and 25 black buttons in Sean's drawer. How many buttons are in his drawer? This would be 47 plus 25. I have drawn my composed 10 as we watched Mrs. Chen do. And when I did that, I came up with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 10s and 2 1s. Therefore, there are 72 buttons in Sean's drawer. Okay, and I'm going to let you have a chance to look at the rest of this page so you can see what was done. If you're having trouble with this concept, you need to go back and re-watch Mrs. Chen as she explains the composed 10 strategy. And down here we have Jada, who has 66 pink ribbons. You can see that each one of these problems requires you showing your work. Then I'm going to tell you that once you're done checking those out, you need to send your exit ticket to your teacher. And I hope you've had a great day of learning. I thought this was a very interesting lesson, and I hope that it will be useful to you and everyone else as we continue on with Eureka Math. Have a great day of learning. Bye-bye.